recording! Hi guys!
Hey everyone!
It's Bob and Tim from Precarious Pixels.
It is.
It is us. It is us. And our intro, always good, always amazing, 100% all the time.
I was actively trying not to make it weird this time.
Oh, that wouldn't be us. So we've been away a little while, but we're back. Seems like we're always like, it's, there's a lot of stuff going on in between the times we're recording and not. So we try to get it together as much as we can. But this is a good time to actually have this conversation because we're right after the Super Bowl. We saw some good ads. I really love the Rick and Morty one with the Pringles commercial. It was really amazing and really twisted, which is funny that Pringles would let them do that, but okay.
Well, it's Pringles. I mean, you're pretty much going to buy it. I think it's just a name. It's a way to get the name out there. Yeah. A little bit further. Remind people that Pringles is a thing. You don't need to sell the product. Yeah. Because people know what it is.
See, I would have thought, they could have done Szechuan sauce Pringles for Rick and Morty.
That's specifically a bring fresh hell to McDonald's thing.
It is. Oh man, those videos were great. The kid who threw the tantrum, I'm just like, and not even like, I say kid lightly because that man was probably in his 20s. And I'm just like, why did you harass a bunch of...
Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, but you know what? Don't make the workers who are, probably like just there trying to make it through the day at McDonald's, just be like, oh, and now I have to deal with...
McDonald's is the worst place to be.
It's not like the worst place to be.
I bet you they're happy.
I'm not saying they're not.
Have you ever seen a McDonald's employee not smile?
Yes. Tons of them. But I've also seen it where, some people are generally happy to work there. It's not like it's a bad place, evil empire that it is. But, I would not want to go into any business that I was working at and have to deal with customers quite like that. That they were just a bunch of hipster, crazy pants kids.
Well, they want to be the next meme.
Yeah.
They want to be famous for being the guy Naruto running at Area 51.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. How did that turn out for them?
You didn't see him?
No, I haven't seen him.
Oh, well, they had the footage when what was it, September 20th? I think it was
yeah, everybody was going to rush the base and find out, and I was like, that's not happening.
Well, clearly not many showed up, but one guy, during the news report, was filmed running behind the security guard, Naruto running behind him. Oh, so there is that one guy who's famous for that.
Okay.
And I don't know his name. But he's a legend, I guess, in some circles.
Sure. Did he make it? Probably not.
He didn't. No, he ran in not directly towards the base.
Right.
For whatever reason, he was just running to be more famous behind this security.
Okay. But nobody rushed the base.
Nobody rushed the base
the important
because
thing.
Nobody was not cowardly enough.
Yeah.
They have to be, or nobody was. Yeah, I was right. Everybody was a coward.
Well,
rephrase.
Also, I'm glad people had common sense and weren't stupid.
No, they should rush to the base.
Why?
Because the aliens had already been moved. There's no threat. They announced it 4 months early.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't think there were aliens there?
No.
Yeah? Did you not listen to my David?
I was waiting for the Welcome to Earth because, yeah.
Oh, Independence Day.
It's a great movie.
Is it?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's that it has that 90s greatness.
Do you think Judd Hirsch is really proud of that?
I'm sure.
That role?
Yeah.
Nobody listened to my David?
Yeah.
You'd all be dead now if it wasn't for my David.
That's right.
How many times did he say that in that movie?
At least 3 times.
You knew then, and you did nothing.
Yeah. I love it when he explains the bases, $100 for a hammer at $500 for a toilet seat or something ridiculous. I forget what it was, but it was something along those lines.
Yep.
But that, oh man, that movie. So good. So
the first one was good.
That's right. I beat them with a virus, a computer virus. They're using our own satellites against us.
I feel like that goes down with Full Metal Jacket as there's certain movies that just the first half are phenomenal.
Right.
And then you get to the second half and it spirals out of control.
Yeah.
Because Full Metal Jacket, same thing.
Yeah.
At least it still had a reason to be what it was.
Yes, that's very true.
But the Independence Day, I feel like you could have just had Earth get destroyed and then the movie ends.
Just the aliens win.
That's it. You don't need the speech. You don't need Bill Pullman. As a
no,
matter of fact,
that is why you named Bill Pullman, because he was like, today we declare our Independence Day for the world. He was speaking for the world. And that's the president who gets into a combat jet. He doesn't dodge the draft.
No.
That's right. Goes in there himself. He's like, I'm a pilot. It's like, I'm going to go fly.
Do we have any other presidents after that did that?
Do what?
After Independence Day? Did anybody else learn from that movie?
And do what?
Run for president because you could protect us? Any actual veterans? I'm trying to think.
John McCain.
But he didn't win.
No.
But
he ran.
After that. Or have we just proven that money completely runs the country now?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so. I mean, we've had other guys who were...
Where's Jack Bauer?
I don't know.
How come he's not elected? I vote for him every election.
No.
I do. You don't think I do, but I do.
Do you vote for him or do you vote for Steve Rogers?
Jack Bauer.
I vote for Steve Rogers.
No.
That's right.
No, because Steve Rogers broke the law.
No.
Jack Bauer.
No. Steve Rogers
is the law.
Is worthy. And will always be worthy.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You can't have him controlling space and America.
Yeah.
You need a guy that just has to worry about America.
Okay.
And that's Jack Bauer.
Just
7 months being tortured by the Chinese.
That's right. He'll bite out of the guy's ear. Well, I forget what he does, but I definitely remember him biting someone's throat or something.
Yeah, and then he stops a nuke from going off in L.A. despite the fact that everybody's trying to hunt him down and kill him.
That's right.
Including CTU, the counter-terrorist unit.
Oh.
I know all about it. And Nina Myers. Traitor.
Traitor.
So we agree that 24 is the best show ever.
Yes, of course.
It's not. But it's a good show.
It used to be a good show.
Yeah, him and his little shoulder bag.
Yep.
I don't know what you call that. Merce?
Fanny pack?
No, he had it it was a messenger bag.
Yeah, like a fanny pack.
I guess. But he always has one.
Okay.
It's always got the codes in it.
Okay.
And a nuclear football. So 24 is awesome.
I know.
But what else is awesome?
I believe Dr. Sleep is awesome. Even though this has nothing to do with Stephen King or whatever.
What are you talking about? Stephen King invented the character of Jack Bauer.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I remember it was in 24 Hours to Cujo.
24 Hours to Cujo.
Yes.
There's a nuclear bomb inside a dog.
Yes, exactly.
And that dog has rabies.
And he has to make a tough decision whether or not to kill the dog to stop him from going off in Los Angeles.
That's right. Yeah.
And his daughter's going to do something unimportant, like go to a party and get kidnapped.
It was her dog.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Only she knows where he would go.
And she'll be on the first couple seasons, and then she'll find out that she can get a movie role and then never appear again. Also in movies, never appear again.
I thought she's been in a few things here and there.
You know what she's not on?
What?
A steady paycheck.
No, sir. That's how residuals work. She gets a steady paycheck no matter what.
I don't think so.
What was the last movie?
I don't know. I feel like she disappeared. I mean, the only movie I remember her being in was that Girl Next Door thing. Oh, apparently she was also in House of Wax.
Okay.
The remake. Not the 1950s.
Well, yeah, the one with Paris Hilton, right?
Apparently, she's on that show, The Ranch now, which is the Netflix sitcom.
Okay. All right, so she's doing okay.
She,
She was like, I need that sitcom money. She was like, forget doing movies. I'm going back to TV or something like it. Streaming service never fails.
She should have probably stuck with 24, huh?
She probably should have. Who knows? She could come back. She could do another 24.
Maybe. It could be her and the guy that played Eazy-E, I believe.
Was it?
They did 24 Legacy.
Oh, Legacy, yeah.
It was not so good.
Well, you know what was missing?
The Jack Bauer.
That's right.
The most important aspect of anything.
Yep.
I would say that in most rom-coms, you could insert 20 minutes of Jack Bauer kicking down doors and interrogating people.
Where is it? Give me the code.
Where's the device? Lisping at people.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just love this woman so much. It's like the moment. That's like their breaking moment, and that's how they realize they have feelings for each other.
Actually, that's it. You know that one like awful scene in a lot of rom-coms where like a guy's running through an airport?
Yes.
Jack Bauer thinks he's a terrorist.
Oh.
And has to interrogate him because he's running in an airport and nobody in their right mind would do that.
That's right.
2020.
And it's just like, how are you running in an airport and also like get through TSA and all that, like just to stop a person? Like that would never happen because they would never let you through security. It was like, hey, I have to stop this woman, get on this plane. That's a terrorist.
No. I dig it. I'm going to work on that script.
Yes.
Wonder how hard it is to license the character of Jack Bauer.
Well, if they're not doing anything with him.
I mean, maybe I just switched up a bit.
Or maybe just start working for Fox.
Back Jower?
Actually, no. Do they own 24? Does Disney own 24 now?
I think they do.
So you just go to Disney and be
I
like,
think
hey.
they just own Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd be like, hey, Kiefer's not doing anything right now.
Didn't they take his show to Netflix?
Oh, the Soul Survivor?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know. Everything is on there.
That's a terrible show.
Yeah.
That show was no 24. And it had Kumar in it.
Really?
Yeah. Awful. It was called Designated Survivor.
Designated Survivor, I'm sorry. Soul Survivor is something else.
Yeah, that's the Liza Dushku horror movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, she was.
What happened to her? I haven't seen her much.
I saw her coming up in something.
Okay.
And I said, oh.
Is it Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I hope.
The movie, Faith Returns?
Are they still making that spin-off?
I have no clue. That's the thing. They talked about it for a long time, and then nothing.
Maybe they realized that that's not what the fans wanted. What the fans wanted was the original series on Blu-ray.
Yes, and remastered correctly.
I'd settle for them just airing the original series in a primetime spot on a channel.
Well, it was on Netflix for the longest time.
Yeah, but it was like that weird version.
Yeah.
You'd see like cameramen just hanging out.
Well, it's because they weren't thinking like, oh, widescreen. No. Yeah, they were all square.
Yeah, 4:3 ratio, man.
That's right.
The future.
Nope. 16:9, sir.
Do you know what else?
What?
Is in the future?
What?
Telepathy.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, we did get kind of off our off track there. So yeah, I saw Dr. Sleep. You've seen Dr. Sleep.
I did.
And it was very well done. Especially if you, without getting too spoilery, if you really like The Shining, I think this was probably like the perfect sequel for it. And you get to see where Danny Torrance is not doing well. Really not doing well. Kind of gets like slipped into a bottle for a while, and Scatman Crothers comes and like kind of helps him out a little bit. But
whoever they found to play Scatman Crothers' role,
yeah,
was awesome.
Yeah, even though he didn't have a big role in it, the parts that he was in, he did a great job.
Yeah, I would have said that was him.
Yeah.
That was how close he was.
Yeah, he definitely, I think everybody they got to replace the actors who were in the original Shining definitely didn't try to really do a different kind of performance than what was done in that original Shining. They definitely, all the actors tried to do as close to what they saw in The Shining. So
I would have been happy if the last, call it half hour,
yeah,
was the basis for the entire movie. Like him just going back.
Yeah.
I would have been happy if that was like the way he thought he would find his recovery, was like trying to defeat those demons.
Yeah, that is true. But he kind of found a different way to do that. With the boxing thing.
Yeah.
Which I thought, I knew, I was like, this is gonna come back somehow.
Oh yeah.
I knew that, but I was just like, but still an interesting idea.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
In certain regards, and then some.
And long, like it's surprising how long it was too.
Yeah, I think it was close to 3 hours, right?
Yeah, it was like 2.5 hours or more.
Best villain this year, or one of them.
Yes, and the Knot in general, and then they're kind of like their leader-ish person, Rose Hat.
Oh, is that her last name, Hat?
Well, she just called, like, her name is Rose, but she always kind of refers to her hat as like such a big part of her for some reason, which is interesting because I don't remember her doing anything other than just like that's kind of like a weird identifier for her, but very good. I mean, honestly, one of the best villains, and I think, I don't know, any movie.
Yeah.
Just
she does an amazing job.
All of the.
I think she's the only reason I was really interested in that story.
Yeah.
Because it was cool, I guess, but mind vampires or whatever.
Yeah. And I'm guessing it's. I mean, like Stephen King stuff, a lot of it connects. I'm sure maybe even some of those other characters they refer to, like it has to deal with some of like the Dark Tower stuff and all that as well. So, but really good, really well done.
Amazing visuals,
yeah.
Especially when they rebuild the Overlook, essentially.
And it looks like the Overlook. And there is a part where I'm just like, they show the I guess you would call it the blood elevator, and I'm pretty sure that's just taken right from the original Shining movie.
It could be.
Yeah.
But I mean, they did that in, you saw Ready Player One?
Yeah, well that was like, they just put their characters into the Shining movie.
But I feel like those were reshoots too.
You think they...
I think that was CG'd as well. Like, I think it was...
Oh, really?
Reshot.
I have a feeling... I just felt like they just took the movie and just cut their characters into it as best as they could.
That could be.
I mean, there were definitely certain parts where they made stuff that wasn't in The Shining and stuff like that, but it was really well done. But yeah, so if you really love The Shining, you should definitely watch this movie. It was a great sequel to a great movie. And like, you like the characters, you finally get like kind of like a real feel for what Danny becomes later in his life, and also like introduces these new characters which you like as well. I think really well done. Great visual stuff. Very subtle in certain things, but other stuff was just so well done. So besides, that's a little bit older movie, but you've seen something that just came out in the theaters.
I have.
The theaters. And let me just put on the proper accent. Governor. You've seen The Gentleman, Governor.
I have.
Tell me, Gov.
Bruv.
You like ducks? Yeah, you like ducks.
Oh my god. Yeah, so Guy Ritchie made Snatch, and that's what Tim was referencing with his amazing spot-on pikey accent.
That's right.
And they do use the term pikey in this movie.
Oh, they do?
It's not gone.
Does Brad Pitt show up and he's like, hey,
he does not. There are a ton of big people in it, though.
Yeah, of course.
Matthew McConaughey, of course.
All right.
Hugh Grant, which was weird, playing a not-so-good guy.
Yeah, but you know what? I bet he played it very well.
Everybody in the movie was good in their roles, whether they were just random Asian mob guy who shows up for a little bit and looks terrified, or other bad guy, assorted bad guy, super upper class pot dealer.
Okay.
From America who wants to set up shop in England, or Russian mob boss man who's not in the movie much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Really good, though.
Yeah.
No Boris the Blade, unfortunately.
I was going to say, was it like Boris came back?
No, it was almost like the characters, while having their quirks... I think one thing that changed a little bit about Guy Ritchie, every one of the characters has a quirk, but none of them are as over the top as they were
in previous movies.
In his previous movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think even in the movie he did, the Rock and Rolla, I don't think it really had over the top quirky characters. I mean, it had some weird characters in it, but I don't remember them being so crazy.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Tom Wilkinson's character in that movie.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Where he gets drunk and claims that the guy tries to poison him.
Yes.
Because he drank whiskey.
There is that.
And even in that one, like Gerard Butler, in that epic chase scene.
Yes.
Where he's running down the tracks from the two... I think they're Russians as well.
Yeah,
a lot of Russians.
I think there was. Yeah, they were Russians.
And he's just like making fun of the guy and like pretending to do fisticuffs.
Yeah,
because the guy's out of steam.
They're all like exhausted.
And then the other guy shows up.
Yeah,
those are some pretty good movies. So if you haven't seen a Guy Ritchie movie, you might not know what you're getting into. But crime comedies.
Yeah, I mean usually the crime parts are pretty harsh, but it is kind of like a gallows humor to his stuff. And without getting too spoilery, what would you say like the main, plot points of this are? So it's a guy who's from America.
It's a guy from America, Matthew McConaughey, who's set up shop as as the biggest pot dealer and maker, grower, I guess.
Yeah. In
England, and he wants to retire and just be with his wife.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and he's trying to sell his business because he wants to make some money on the way out. And there's a lot of people who want to take that business, or think that he's weak now, and he's still a criminal.
Right.
And that's a thing. So these different leaders are trying to get one over on him in different ways.
Right.
And then there's also a journalist who just doesn't like him.
And that's played by Hugh Grant, right?
No, the private detective is played by Hugh Grant.
That's right.
This guy, he was the guy who played Lestrade in the Sherlock Holmes movies.
Oh, okay. He's a really good actor and a good character actor, I think.
Yeah, he plays that journalist, and he's a big jerk.
Yeah.
As well. They're all.
He's a good actor. I like him.
They're all not good people. Like, there's nobody in it that's like super good.
Right.
Like, that's a good guy. I guess Charlie Hunnam's the closest, but he's still a killer.
Right.
He
works for Matthew McConaughey.
He does.
And he's like, I'm the once and future king.
So he basically says that.
And my beard is great.
He does not give up the beard, which is strange because it doesn't really fit his role. Mm. His character is OCD.
Oh, okay.
So everything is like meticulous and neat. Except for him having this big stupid beard.
Nice.
It doesn't fit that character.
Makes perfect sense.
It really doesn't. I would think most OCD people would get rid of a beard.
Nope. Was it a scraggly beard or was it a well-groomed beard?
I guess it was well-groomed.
Yeah. See?
Look at Howie Mandel. That's a well-groomed beard.
Well, yes.
It's a soul patch.
Yes. But you can have a longer beard that's still well-groomed. Look at Dumbledore.
That guy walked around all day in his pajamas.
No, sir.
He kept a bird right over his desk.
Yeah. phoenix, cleanliest of all birds.
It's not. The
burns up fresh every day.
There's ashes everywhere. Fox. Oh, man. Anyways, yeah, Dumbledore also British.
That's right.
Not the main villain in this movie.
No.
But yeah, it's typical for a Guy Ritchie movie. There's a lot of twists and turns, but everybody's good in their role. I struggle to find a movie outside of his Aladdin.
Well,
where somebody was bad for the role they were in.
Yeah, but honestly, with Aladdin, that is a hard role to fill. Like that movie is so beloved.
All of them were bad. I hated every one of them.
What, the characters?
Yeah.
I didn't mind. Probably the one that I had the biggest problem with, because I love Robin Williams so much, and I do love Will Smith, but I just it was just such a weird thing to have him be the genie. He did a fine job. It wasn't like he did a bad job. It was just I don't know. It didn't have quite the same, I don't know, feel as the original animation. Where some of the other ones, I think Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella kind of still were okay, but for some reason Aladdin with the genie and all that stuff, it just didn't fit the same way.
I don't think Will Smith has as big a personality as Robin Williams did.
Yeah, I mean, Robin Williams was Robin Williams.
Do you think anybody could have filled that role?
No. It is almost an impossible role to fill.
Why did they remake that one?
Oh, it's very simple. It's called Money.
Yeah, but there were options, right? There's plenty of Disney movies.
Oh, all those are getting remade too. It's not first they're starting out with the really popular ones, and then over time they'll get to the less popular ones. So right now they hit you with, here's Lion King, here's Aladdin, here's Beauty and the Beast.
You think they started out with the really popular ones? I think they did a really popular one and one that wasn't as popular.
What was the one that wasn't as popular?
Jungle Book?
I feel Jungle Book was still pretty popular. Its original is very popular, even at the time. And I think that's kind of even if they did Cinderella, may not be as popular to us, but it's definitely something that maybe the older crowd would recognize, and it is recognized as something that's been around a while. That's kind of they did. Maleficent, that's kind of how they were able to rework it into something that they could use. I mean, they did 2 Maleficents.
They did. Is it weird to you that they flip-flop styles too?
In which?
So, Cinderella, straightforward, down-to-earth drama.
Right.
Then, right away, Beauty and the Beast is a musical.
Yeah.
Right? And then they go to the Jungle Book, and that's straightforward.
Well, no. Jungle Book had songs in it.
It had a song.
It had a couple songs. They sing the Bare Necessities.
Barely.
Get it? King Louis sings a song.
Yeah, that's because they got Christopher Walken.
And then Scarlett Johansson kind of sings a little bit of song.
Fine, but then how about what they're doing with Mulan?
Well, who says that's not going to have songs in it?
It's not. They said it.
They said there's no songs at all?
They said it's not a musical, yeah.
Okay.
Also no dragon.
Which I can't believe, because they have a witch in there, and I'm just there's a witch. Where's my dragon?
Where's Eddie Murphy?
I know.
They couldn't cast him? What's he doing so important?
He's doing Dolomite.
Yeah, Dolomite is my name. I heard that was good.
It's good.
Oh, you saw it?
A little bit. I've watched a little bit of it. I haven't finished it yet.
I heard good things.
It is. It's crazy, weird, true story.
But yeah, Will Smith is the genie. I don't know. I don't know about any of them. I didn't think I thought Aladdin and Jasmine were both just flat characters. They weren't interesting at all.
They were okay.
Come on, man. And Iago, or not Iago,
Jafar.
Iago's the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Jafar was he wasn't menacing at all.
Yeah, they kind of took a different turn with him, where saying he was a thief at one point or something. I don't know. It's like he was a thief that worked his way into the palace and then worked his way up to Grand Vizier or whatever. I don't know. It was a weird version of that story. I wonder what they're gonna do with the next ones.
Well, they cast The Little Mermaid. I know that's being filmed. Milan's happening.
Right. Well, I know that The Little Mermaid they've been trying to do for like a while, and I think at one point it was going to be, there was like a version that Sofia Coppola was going to do, and then, well, no, it was I think that was put to bed a long time ago.
Yeah, hopefully. Sofia Coppola is awful.
Yeah.
How is she still making movies?
She made a few good ones.
Which one?
Lost in Translation.
The movie sucked. Get out of here. You're ridiculous.
I'm a bitter old man.
You know what's weird? I like a lot of Bill Murray's recent stuff. I don't like Lost in Translation.
Okay.
I like Broken Flowers, which came out around the same time. Way better. Oh, I guess they already have, I had to look it up. I guess they already have a poster, so The Little Mermaid is real.
No, it's a story, Bob.
No, but it's like...
No, it's a story. It's not real.
You know what I mean.
No.
Right, hold up.
It's not real.
So that's your movie poster for it.
I have a feeling that's a fake poster.
Is it? In Dolby Cinema, Real 3D, and IMAX? I don't think that's fake.
I think that's fake.
Would MovieWeb.com lie to you?
Yes. I think that's wishful. Like, somebody was just like, hey, let me
Well, I know it's the girl
they
said was cast in it.
It is her?
Mm-hmm.
And she's good. I like her. She can sing and...
Who is she?
I think... Isn't that the girl from...
Oh, dear Lord!
What? It's from Spider-Man, right?
I don't know. I just saw who's playing Scuttle.
Oh, okay.
Javier Bardem's playing King Triton? What is this cast?
Who's playing Ursula? That's the main role.
Yeah? Is it?
It is.
Who would you put in the role of Ursula?
I would put...
Because you've made a huge mistake bringing this up.
Okay.
I'll just warn you.
I'm trying to think who I would have Ursula.
Because I see who it is.
You need somebody evil but sassy. Oh, I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. This person has never in the history of time been menacing. Ever.
Ever?
Never.
I have no idea.
Melissa McCarthy.
I could see why they would do that.
Because she's fat?
No,
Because that's mean.
Oh, Jesus. The original woman wasn't fat.
Bette Midler?
It wasn't Bette Midler. Who played Ursula?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Bette Midler.
Bette Midler, man.
Nope. It was I forget what she was in the Notebook as the older woman.
You sure?
Pretty sure. She was the older version of Rachel McAdams. I'm pretty sure that's her. Wait, maybe it wasn't her.
I feel like it was Bette Midler.
It wasn't Bette Midler.
I could be wrong.
I don't think so. I don't think Bette Midler
would... Pat Carroll.
Was it?
Pat Carroll.
Yeah. Yeah, her.
I had to have seen Bette Midler play it at some point then.
Nope.
Alright.
Just crazy.
Okay, but Scuttle.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't even know.
Scuttle.
Oh, the bird?
The bird.
I think Awkwafina would do great at that. She's really funny. Yes.
I can't.
Yes.
I can't with you.
No.
I can't with you because you're so willing to enjoy something that you know is like not.
No, I like Awkwafina. I think she would do. She's not awful.
But, okay.
Have you seen Crazy Rich Asians?
No.
Well, then you don't know.
You know what? I do know because I saw Ocean's 8.
Well, Ocean's 8 was just a problem all in itself.
Was it?
Yes. But I think... No, I liked... she's actually pretty funny.
Okay. I've probably seen her in something else that...
But Ocean's 8, let's face it. There's a lot of good actors in that, and it did not do well. It was just bad story.
Okay, that's fair.
All right.
I mean, I did see her in Jumanji.
Was she in Jumanji?
She was in the second Jumanji. She shows up. I forget who she plays. Hold up. I had to look it up. So I was like, Aquafina.
I don't think she had a big role in it.
Did you see the second Jumanji?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the newest one.
Wait.
That's unfair for me to say.
Not the first one, Robin Williams.
The second
one,
The Rock Jumanji.
So the second one of the Rock versions. Yeah. Oh, see, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, they don't even... She shows up being somebody stupid. I remember, and I was like, why are you in this? Why are you in this, lady? Okay. Why are you in this awkward... And she had this awful accent. Oh my god.
Could be her real voice.
It's not a real voice.
All right.
I don't even remember what she played. And I remember looking at it and saying, this is a terrible choice.
So, not to get off that, we really got off track.
But The Gentleman's good.
Gentleman's good. Okay.
It's good cast choices.
You'd recommend it?
Yes.
Okay. So,
recommended over Melissa McCarthy as Ursula.
Yeah. So, very quickly, another movie you saw, Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah.
Speaking of Will Smith movies.
Yeah. A better Will Smith movie.
What did you think of that?
Really solid. It was a good follow up for the ones that had come out 20 years ago, however long ago the second one came out.
Has it been 20 years?
Probably close to it.
Wow.
The first one was like mid-90s.
Yeah.
And the second one would have been before Michael Bay got into Transformers.
So early 2000s?
Yeah, or even late 90s.
Because, wait, first Transformers was like 2006? 2007?
Okay, so maybe 2005, 4?
Maybe.
So maybe 15 years.
But still, it's been a while.
It had been a long time.
Yeah. So, without getting too spoilery with that, would you recommend it?
Absolutely. It's a great conclusion or possible setup for more.
Okay.
The action was really good. The drama was there. And
okay.
The comedy as well. You always have to have that in Bad Boys.
Absolutely.
I don't know why people feel it didn't have the punch it had. The others had. I can see that it doesn't have the same amount of action.
Okay, but as long as it has like a good, compelling story.
Yeah, and the action that was there was awesome.
Okay.
It wasn't. To be honest, I don't even know if any of it was CG'd.
Oh wow, that would be very surprising.
Well, I'm sorry. No, there had to be one thing at the end that was CG.
Okay.
But that's in the trailers. You see it like a helicopter in a building. Those never look good. Those haven't looked good ever in the history of time. A helicopter crashing into a building never looks good.
I don't know. I think The Matrix had probably one of the better ones.
But does it crash into the building, or does it just shoot through a building?
No, it crashes. Remember, that's like the whole thing, like the helicopter.
Oh, the ripple. You're right. Ripple. Okay, yeah. So that, and then I guess the shootout in Godfather 3.
Okay.
Where the helicopter is like attacking.
Or Die Hard.
Yeah. Yeah, Die Hard does have a helicopter, but it just blows up on a roof.
It crashes into the roof. Remember, it falls. You see it like falling towards camera.
Die Hard 1? Really? I
Yeah.
thought it blew up.
Nope.
I thought it was because
it blows up, but then like as it blows up, it like hits and then falls.
Yeah, because you have to have the fire there.
Yeah.
Just like in Skyscraper with The Rock.
That's right. Because those movies are on total equal footing.
Well, they're not on equal footing because The Rock only has one real leg in that
That's
movie.
right. Well, The Rock is so, huge a dude. They had to handicap him somehow.
That's true.
But let's face it, you can never really handicap The Rock.
You can't. He's untouchable.
That's right.
But Bad Boys, it's the only issue I think people would be able to have with it is that it's a little slow in the middle. Because it has to deal with the plot is setting up having to to sort of let somebody else take the reins.
Right.
Because that's something they haven't been able to do. Like until that point, they're still out there on the streets, like taking down thugs, and it's not something that Martin Lawrence's character wants to do anymore. But Will Smith has never wanted to stop. Like they even said in the first movie, he's an action junkie.
Yeah,
like, that's what he's about. So to put that down, to stop that's like him just giving up. I don't think he ever wants to do that.
No, I think that's true.
But you learn why he became that in this movie, who he was before that. So it gives you a lot of setup for what happened originally, like why he partnered up with Martin Lawrence or Marcus Burnett, if you want to know his character's name.
Yes.
Why Mike Lowry is the way he is, like who taught him to dress. You actually learn that.
Really?
Yeah, who taught him to dress, and it doesn't really say the origins of his money.
Okay.
Because in the first movie, it was like his family's money.
Oh, okay.
It is the thought, but they never say why he's rich.
That's true.
I think Martin Lawrence calls him like a rich kid playing cop.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because he has like a nice car and all that stuff. Oh,
he's super rich. He has like the big penthouse.
Right.
The first one. He doesn't like Taya Leone's dogs.
Yeah.
Having accidents on his carpet.
Oh, man.
If you haven't seen Bad Boys 1 or 2, see those.
See those, and then go see the third one.
Yes. If it's still in theaters, I think it is.
Probably. And if not, I'm sure it'll be on demand soon enough.
Yes. Hopefully it'll be in demand for a sequel.
That's right. Because those movies are always fun. It's not like they ever go bad. I mean, they're such a staple of like action franchises. They influence other movies like what was it? Hot Fuzz. They watch Bad Boys.
Yeah, Bad Boys 2.
Yeah. In fact, I'm not able to quote that, but there is a quote that they say that is probably one of the, stuff gets real.
Yeah, it just got real.
Just got real.
That's, yeah. I don't know if the lines, most of them are really quotable, but great action.
Yeah, of course.
Peter Stormare in the second one.
Yes.
Fun. But yeah, that's definitely worth a look.
Okay. All right. And so let's switch to stuff we've been playing. You've been playing Journey to the Savage Planet.
I have. If you guys haven't heard of that movie or that game, it's entirely plausible because nobody had.
Is nobody picking it up right now, or?
There's some people picking it up, but it's not nearly as widespread as I think it should be. Because it came out, A, a more polished game in the style of No Man's Sky.
Okay.
And B, at a really reasonable price. It's half the price of a normal game.
Yeah.
And there's a decent amount of content there for it. It's fun. It has a co-op mode, which No Man's Sky did not have at the $60 launch price.
Right. And I think No Man's Sky talked a big game, but really didn't have like anything like substance to it.
And this talked almost nothing. I think I told you when I had first seen it at E3, I only saw it on a YouTube stream of E3. I think Jeff Keighley sat down with a couple of the producers.
Right.
And they showed off some of their fake commercials and a little bit of game.
Right.
And I thought to myself, I really want to try that game. And then I immediately did the thing that everybody does when they see this game, and that is, I forgot the name of that game. Because I don't think you can remember that unless like it was marketed.
Journey to the Savage Planet, that's a mouthful.
It is. It's not only a mouthful, it's everything about it is kind of generic.
Okay.
Like the name. I feel it. Like,
why not just call it Savage Planet? Or The Savage Planet?
I think Savage Planet, isn't that like a comic series or something?
There might be something called Savage Planet. I mean, I don't think it would have been huge enough that they couldn't have probably gotten the rights to that name. Or they just say The Savage Planet or A Savage Planet kind of thing. Like, you just change it up a little bit and it probably would have been fine.
Yeah. And it's not... The game isn't also... Like, the title is not indicative of the game.
Right.
Because you're already on the planet.
Yes. You're not journeying there. You're there.
So you're part of the fourth best um, planetary research company or whatever.
Is it like probably like astroforming, terraforming, colonizing thing? Yeah.
And your like number, it's so making like it's so so much a parody of like big corporations trying to take over.
Right.
Very funny. Fake commercials within the whole game. Even a fake training video. But they use like live action.
Mm-hmm.
Where a guy's just like walking with like badly photoshopped things happening around him. Intentional. Everything's very...
Yeah.
Very, very like tongue-in-cheek. But beautiful like character monster design, alien design, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Everything looks great.
So the creature designs were very well done.
Yeah. Some of them are like who would ever think of this?
Okay.
There's one boss that I haven't gotten to yet, but I had seen it in some of the preview footage the week before it came out.
Mm-hmm. That
the alien looks like something out of Dr. Seuss.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Down to like the silly curly things.
Okay.
You should. I'll see if I can find it for you later. But
that sounds fun. See, I'm already liking this game. I'm already thinking it's good.
I'm telling you, man. And interesting ways to like navigate. You have to gather everything yourself. So it's very much a crafting game.
Okay.
Minecraft with a purpose.
Right.
But you're meant to feel like you're alone. But it's not depressing alone because you have an AI in your suit that talks to you.
Right.
And it's making fun of you or making fun of what's going on. It gives you tips that are like bad tips. A lot of fun.
See, that is good. I think that like they haven't really done a fun version of those kind of games. Like not like a more comedic, I guess, version of those type of games. Like Minecraft isn't really like, it doesn't have like super funny parts other than what players sometimes do or make or whatever.
Yeah.
And oh shoot, what was it?
Terraria, No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, I think overpromised what it could actually do.
No Man's Sky was...
And very, actually, I remember you were very limited in what you could actually craft in it. Like, it eventually became down to you're getting the same things over and over again to do the same thing over and over again, even though you can go to, like, other planets and stuff like that. It really wasn't all it was cracked up to be.
Sean Murray is a huckster.
Yep. Yeah, that happens. You know, you promise the world... I mean, we all know well, I don't know if everybody's heard about what's been going on with Warcraft right now.
Oh, Blizzard.
Yeah.
You wacky people.
Oh. Yeah.
You don't like the idea that anything somebody makes within your game belongs to that company?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know why they did that.
I know why they did it.
Why do you think?
Well, it's so that they don't have to... It was mainly set up because they... Basically, another game kind of evolved onto its own.
Dota.
From that, and had no connection to them, so they weren't getting any money off of it, and it kind of like had its own community and stuff, and was like doing very well. They don't want something like that to happen.
Dawn of the Ancients. Somebody made a mod in Warcraft, and they didn't license it or attempt to do anything with it.
Right. So it was open to everybody.
Yeah, and then they just made it elsewhere.
Right.
And that company made a lot of money.
Right.
Off of their own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, all they did was take assets and turn it into their own game.
Right.
So, I don't know if they can really... Well, I guess they can claim it now because you can't touch those assets. But... how do you feel about this, right? If you were playing, say, Call of Duty.
Yes.
Right? And you are the guy who decides to make the game Michael Myers. Do you know what Michael Myers is in Call of Duty?
No.
So, you set up a custom game.
Right.
And you put one guy with a knife.
Right.
And the other guys aren't allowed to shoot. And Michael Myers, like, chases people around the map. You hide, and you're trying to stay alive.
Okay.
That's the way Michael Myers works in Call of Duty.
Right.
It's not something made by Call of Duty.
Right.
Activision, whatever. and they're not making any money on it aside from the fact that you have to own the game to play it.
Right.
But if somebody decided to then make a Friday the 13th game or Dead by Daylight, do you think it would be within their purview to sue or to say this is our stuff? Now I know that's a little, but say they did it first within their game exactly like Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be fair? Because I don't think taking, if they're not using those assets anymore and they want to take their own property,
right,
their own design, and make their own game, I think that's fair for them to do because they created the game within this and they just used their tools that they had.
Right. And honestly, you could say, so this is also kind of like how Angry Birds was made. Like, that guy took existing tools and stuff that had already been created and then just made it into what Angry Birds was. So, and really it was free for him to do. It was like these people put that stuff out there for him to make it. He just made it into something that became very successful. Made a lot of money off of it. But those people don't get anything for it. Which, I mean, I don't think it's terribly wrong what that person did. But I could see in the future if you put in a thing that says, hey, we own this if you make something out of it. I could see that happening.
But my problem isn't that they own this if you make something out of it. My problem is that they're saying that they own it if an idea stems from this.
Right.
And you make something out. And I don't think you should be able to own somebody's idea like that.
Yeah.
Right? Because that is a very, very scary future.
Yeah.
Because then you get to, if somebody makes a parody video or a parody song about something you did, you own that.
Yeah. But I think you can't do that with a parody.
Well, no, with this you can. So that's what they're saying.
They're saying that that's the case with, like, you can actually, like, make something that's a parody. Okay, I mean, I don't think that's right, but I mean, if they make something that's Warcraft-like, I mean, I guess why they would want using their assets. Because if they're saying, like, we own the assets, and you make a game based off of those assets, that's still kind of like their property. But if you come up with your own stuff and make your own thing, I mean, they have no claim to that. I don't know. It just seems like this just seems like a long line of bad things that Blizzard has been doing lately, and missteps. It's just like, I don't know who's really running the company the way it should be, because the thing this is all based around is an RTS game that they were redoing, promised a lot of stuff to players, and honestly really didn't deliver, and are now issuing refunds, like no questions asked, almost refunds for anybody who bought the game. Like, I think there's like a refund process that they usually do, and I heard that they've not even, like, they're just, as soon as people put it in, it's like automatic, like it's almost like its own separate thing for a refund.
Well, they have to.
Yeah.
They've had such a bad 2 years of just
missteps.
Every public event, they've done something silly.
Diablo, like, all that stuff is...
What, you guys don't have phones? That's what they wanted to hear. That was, I think, my favorite. Like, people wanted a new Diablo 4. And this guy comes out on stage and he starts talking about the phone game. And people aren't applauding because they don't want a phone game.
They don't want a phone game.
They want a real game, not a cash grab.
Yeah.
And this guy has the nerve to say, what, you guys don't like phones? Or you don't have phones?
Yeah. And it's just like, okay, you have a phone game? That's fine, but make me the actual game. I'd rather not have a phone game and have the actual game than you try to sell me on a phone game and not saying that the other version is not coming out for a long time.
Has any company ever been successful by insulting fans?
Oh, no. Not at all. I mean, you don't, especially with Blizzard, they're really dependent on their fans. I mean, for Overwatch, all
Their
that
fans
stuff.
typically love them.
Yeah.
They used to be the most fan-friendly company.
Yes, absolutely.
And then it became all about the money, and they were making plenty. Those guys make so much money just on WoW alone.
Right. Oh, yeah.
That they don't have to worry about anything.
Right. So they're giving themselves $1 million bonuses left and right.
They should be able to just make great games and sell those too.
Yeah.
But that's not what they're doing.
Yeah, it is really weird how they're kind of shifted. I don't know what really brought that on. But
Tencent. The company Tencent invested a bunch of money in Activision Blizzard. Also the merger with Activision.
Yes, which is, I thought that was a big mistake. Like, why? I mean, I get why they did it because money, but I also don't get why they did it. But we're running out of time, and my laptop's running out of power.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to wrap it up here. But as always, we're Precarious Pixels. You can find us hashtag Precarious Pixels online. You can also find us on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, and YouTube. You can find me at Tim Martinek on the Instagrams. You can find Bob.
I'm at Bob J. Martin, Marton, on Instagram. And I'm on Twitch at Spectre316, SPECTER 316, because I started streaming.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So definitely check out Bob and his streaming. That's awesome. And we're going to go see maybe some Birds of Prey this weekend, because that's coming out. And we'll talk about that next week. So we'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye.
To do a little redesigning with us, you can find Bob at Martin, MARTON _BOB on Twitter. And you can find me on Instagram at Tim Martinek, all one word, TIMMARTINEC. And you can join in us, have some fun, do your redesigns for this week's redesign. It's a lot of fun for us to do this, but we like to see fresh ideas and fresh artists like doing what they do as well. You can also hashtag it Precarious Pixels and we'll find it as well.